today, guys. I'll just give it a minute and see if anyone comes on. I'll just start this and see. Hey, patients. How you going? Okay, why can't I find it on here? How are you, patients? I hope you're well. I'm good. Hey, cold, but I don't like winter. I hate it. And it's raining and cold and yucky here. But we do need the rain, so I won't complain. That's why I'm sorry I got my hoodie on. Oh, I'll get started in a minute, patients. It might just be me and you, which is alright. What's the weather like where you are? Yeah, thank you. Don't, please. Oh, God. It's freezing here. Well, it's not freezing. I'm just a wuss. We don't have any heating. Yeah, we do need it. The dams are really dry around here. Oh. I hope you're enjoying that beautiful sunshine. Ah, what's that? Yeah, 95, that's pretty warm. That's beautiful. I'm just trying to look that up. There we go. So it's about 35 degrees. That is beautiful. I wish, patience. Oh, let me get that out of the way. So I've got all these books here. I've got a few books to show you after, so I've got no room to fit on the lounge. Okay, alright. It's 35 degrees Celsius. So that's my ideal day. That's perfect. I love the heat, but so I'm a bit weird. Alright, well, you and I might just make a start. And the others can get the replay. So we're going to look at, what are we looking at? June Magic today. And I'll just give you a little bit of the background information, and then I'll get on to the correspondences for that for this month. Hey Samantha, how are you? Yeah, definitely. Oh, don't. Definitely. I don't like the cold. People say, oh, but you can always get warm. Put more clothes on. Well, I'd rather not wear clothes. I love the heat. All right, well, so June. It's named after the goddess Juno, who was the matriarch of the Roman pantheon. She's a goddess of marriage and the well-being of women. Oh, good, Samantha. The month was originally called Junius, and for centuries it was considered a prime time for weddings. And I think it still is, especially in the Northern Hemisphere, because it's your warmer season, whereas I don't think anyone would want to get married today. It's pissing down raining here, so let's oh yeah, so for you guys in June, in the Northern Hemisphere, it's you're heading to your summer solstice, and for us in the Southern Hemisphere, we're heading into our winter solstice. All right, so and with these, I'll give you both. Sorry, with the months of the year magic, I'll give you both hemispheres. So if this is your first catching one of my this is your first time catching one of my months of the magic lives, then that's how I do it. So I'll give you the whatever the correspondence is, and the first one for this one is animals. So I'll give you Northern Hemisphere animals, and then I'll give you the Southern Hemisphere. So some of the animals that is Hayley on here? Can't see it. Well, hello Hayley, if you are. All right, so animals, Northern Hemisphere. Some of the animals that correspond with June are for you guys: monkey, bee, deer, horse, firefly, butterfly, frog, and toad. And for us, she might be busy just watching, but not commenting. For us in the Southern Hemisphere, it's the mouse, deer, horse, and the bear. Now I can really relate to bear at the moment. I really want to hibernate. So as I go on, if you've got any questions or any comments, just chuck them in and I'll get to them. Some of the aromas and scents that align with June are, for you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, it's lily of the valley and lavender. They're two of the main ones that I sort of found. And for us in the Southern Hemisphere, it's violet, patchouli, rose, geranium, frankincense, myrrh, and lilac. I guess for you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, it would also be aromas and scents like to deal with like floral scents, because you'll be very much in your floral or flower season. So I hope that makes sense. Colours for Northern Hemisphere are orange, gold, yellow, green, pink, and blue. And for us in the Southern Hemisphere, it's deep red, black, and white. All right, some of the crystals, and if you access my notes in Google Classroom, for this one I've put it in I don't know if you'll be able to see this, so all the information's in like a grid. So this is your correspondence, like animal. Oh shit, sorry, hold on. The first column is your correspondence with the animal. The second column is the Northern Hemisphere information, and the next one is the Southern Hemisphere information. But under crystals and herbs, I've actually down underneath that grid, I've put a little bit more information. So I've given you why those crystals, or what you could use them for during June. So let me just move down so I can get those. All right, so crystals for you guys. It's crystals like citrine, and you'd be using citrine for things like abundance, joy, and the solar energy to get in that to use that solar energy. The next one is sunstone. Sunstone carries the energy of the sun. It boosts confidence and optimism. How to access your Google Classroom? All right, Samantha, I will later on. I've got I'll answer that for you later on. I've got a live I did, so you'll be able to access that in my Google account, and you'll be able to watch it, and that will give you the how to do it. But if you know how to get into Google, let me just give me 1 minute and I'll get the access code. All right, sorry. Okay, I will. How do I comment on this? And I'll type it in for you. I'll tell you now. So the access code that you'll need is JKTYWLD, and I will, if I can, get on. I'll type that in the comments now for you. So it's JKTYWLD. All right. And I put it in there, but it's got a capital J at the top. It's just, and it's all in lowercase, so it's up there in the comments for you. All right. So, sunstone, we did, carries the energy of the sun, boosts confidence and optimism. So if you're looking at working on any of those areas, you could use sunstone to help you with those. Moonstone is a stone of balance, so it helps balance the sun's fiery energy with our emotional intuition. Emerald is associated with love, fertility, and heart-centered wisdom. Topaz is associated with strength, protection, and intuition, and it will enhance our confidence, creativity, and emotional healing. Carnelian, that enhances motivation, passion, and creativity. And then we've got agate, and you can use different kinds of agates, like different colours. You try and use the colours that are associated more with June, so your yellows, your oranges, green. And agate's good for enhancing our mental function, concentration, and it enhances perception and analytical abilities as well. Fluorite, it's known for clarity, decision making, mental enhancement, and it's also known as an absorber of negative energies, especially within our aura or our mind. So it's a good one to carry around sometimes, just to, even when it's not June, just to clean your aura and your mind as well. All right, so that was your crystals. And for us, our main ones are obsidian and ruby. Some of the deities that you could tap into for June, Ain, Bendis, Bendis, Ceridwen, the Green Man, Ishtar, Isis, Juno, and Neith. And for us, it's Mary, Jesus, Isis, Lucina, Saturn, Kronos, Mithras, the Holly King, Janus, Old Man Winter, and Norms and the Fates. Alright, so the element that's associated with June, for you guys it's actually Earth, and for us in the Southern Hemisphere it's fire. The elementals for the Northern Hemisphere are the Zephyrus and the Sylphs, and for us in the Southern Hemisphere it's the Winter Fae, or Winter Fairies. Some of the herbs. Oh no, Samantha, you're fine. Sorry, I just saw that. I hope if you have any problems getting into it, feel free to PM me, and I'll get you in there. Because all my notes, or 90%, I haven't put the koala one up yet, so I will get to that. I was just adding a couple of things to it. All my notes from 90% of my lives are in there. So, all right. So some of the herbs, and again, I'm just going to move down because I've written sort of the what you could focus on for these herbs, or what their energies are. Sorry. So for you guys, it's herbs like skullcap, and that's good for cleansing, grounding, and centering, as well as connecting with the magic of a journey. So so if you're on a journey, and that could be a spiritual journey or anything, that might be a good one to carry with you. Meadowsweet is another one, and that's good for love, protection, peace, and healing. Vervain, love, protection, purification, healing, and luck. Moss is really good for healing, resilience, persistence, and rejuvenation. And I hadn't actually thought of using moss in spell work, but yeah, I might tap into that now. Tansy is another one for you guys. Protection, purification, and renewal. So if you're working on any rituals or spells that deal with any of those, that Tansy's a good one to use. Also, you've got parsley. Protection, purification, and love. And that's not... please, I'm not promoting doing love spells. I'm thinking more of, you know, the connections you already have, and inner love as well, self-love. Please don't go out and do love spells. Okay. All right. Lavender is another one. Peace, love, beauty, and purification. Rose, it symbolises love, beauty, and spiritual connection. And then you've got the good old lemon balm. Promotes joy, renewal, and protection. Chamomile encourages relaxation and luck. Mint attracts prosperity, freshness, and energy. Alright, so that's for you guys. And I haven't really bothered to give the properties for mine, but if you want them, I can write them in the notes. So, but we have ones. I have moss from trees. Oh, wow, that's so cool. I want to go out to my forest and collect some. Actually, I might do that tomorrow. We've got a public holiday tomorrow, so I might go to the forest. I really feel I need to get out in nature. It's a really good time for you guys June to get out into nature too, but we'll get onto that in a minute. So for us, some of the herbs and plants, herbs were holly, ivy, mistletoe, berries, nutmeg, and cinnamon. And some of the plants for you guys in the Northern Hemisphere are oak and maple. And for us, it's pine, fir, holly, grevillea, and mistletoe. And you can see we've got a lot of those, like the Yule herbs with us in ours, because it's our winter, it's our Yule time coming up. Moon. So you've got the strawberry moon coming up, your full moon, and we've got what we call the cold moon or the long night moon or the oak moon. And I wrote a couple of things, so let me go down. The strawberry moon for you girls. Hey Ronnie. I'm going to patience, so I'm going to go out tomorrow. Fuck it. Well, it's good to see you, Ronnie. Hey Giselle. So I've given a bit of information, but you can catch the replay, and also my notes will be up in Google Classroom too, so you can access them there, Ronnie and Giselle. No, you're not really. I've just given a few of the correspondences. I've done crystals and herbs, but like I said, you can access my notes and all the information will be in there. So I was just going to talk about the strawberry moon for you guys. Perfect time for spells and rituals focused on passion, gratitude, personal growth, setting goals and intentions, as well as releasing what doesn't serve you any longer. Yeah, so perfect time for all that. I just thought I'd put them in just because that's coming up for you very soon. Now I've got to go back up, sorry. Zodiacs. Gemini and Cancer for June. And that's, I think I read the number was 6 that resonates best with June is 6. That's about it for them. I just want to get into like things like the intention and energy flow for June. So for you girls, it's celebrating and rewarding the light within, protecting family and home, decision-making skills. That's just a few. And for us, it's things like the energies supporting cycles of life, celebrating the night, because we're in our dark season now, reaching out in love and support, and strengthening spiritual pathways. If you just let me move down again. So, I was going to just talk about now some of the focuses that you could do, and I'm basically just going to do it in your hemisphere. So, because they're totally different, they're opposite. Your summer, we're winter, so what you're doing isn't what I'll be doing here. But I can write that in a quick summary of stuff that the Southern Hemisphere should be working on through June. All right, if you want it. June's a time for celebration, passion and growth. Holds the energy of possibility and transformation. And it's a time for manifestation, gratitude, and honouring the light within and externally. So, honouring the sun as well. Moon cycle. Okay, hold on. Cold moon, the long night moon, and the oak moon. Because they're all winter, so. And yours goes by either the strawberry moon, or some call it the rose moon or the hot moon. I don't think I said that before, but yeah. All right. So what are some of the things that you could be doing in June? Some of the things that you could be doing. So you could create a summer altar. You could honour the sun on it. You could decorate it with wildflowers, some of the crystals that I mentioned that are associated with June, herbs as well. You could connect with the sun's energy, honour the sun, bask in its energies, just absorb it. And I have a little sun spell that I'll do after I've verbally diaried all the information for you, okay? And again, it's in my notes, so you can tap into it. You could do release rituals for what no longer serves you. I recommend sort of doing all that first. Do your release rituals, and then do your setting goals and setting intentions for the next few months, or next month, or whatever. Celebrate abundance in your life. Sun water. You could make some sun water, and you can use that in spells and rituals for confidence, strength, and as well as vitality. Ronnie. A long night moon, yeah. Oh, it's so fucking cold, I'm sorry. You can make a summer simmer pot. And I've got a couple of things that that you could use, but you do some research and see and use what suits you best. But for your summer simmer pot, you could use oranges for happiness, lemon peel for clarity, fresh rosemary for protection, cinnamon for energy, and rose petals for love. Just pretty simple. Jars and pouches are also a good thing to make. Dealing with things like, setting your intentions in them with things like for prosperity, joy, happiness, vitality, confidence, whatever you want to sort of focus on, releasing. So that sort of thing. Jars are great, and I mean they're really good to sit on your altar and things like that. I love pouches because you can carry them with you. You can smell them, you can feel them. All the energy's in close to your body. So yes, Ronnie, sun water is really good for teas, and I think I put that somewhere, but I'm not sure. So yes, definitely use your sun water for your teas as well. You could set up crystal grid or grids, depending on how much room you've got in your house. Setting them up with intentions for things like prosperity. Again, what I said before, prosperity, joy, happiness, vitality, confidence, or whatever it is you want to focus on. Could be a healing grid. Oh wow, Giselle, that sounds awesome. Sun water salt bath. That sounds nice. Okay. So I have two things left. I have the journal prompts for June, and the little sun. I don't even know what I called it. Sunlight spell for releasing negative energy, thoughts and feelings. Which one do you want first? Sunlight spell or the journal prompts? Someone, anyone? All right. Spell. Okay, cool. Thank you, Giselle. All right. So, this is a really, really simple one. And again, notes, I'll put the notes up in Google after this so you can access it. It's very simple, and it's right down towards the end of the notes. So, you can either print it off or write it out, whatever. Rejuvenating, yeah. Rejuvenating bath sounds good. Okay, so sorry, sunlight spell for releasing negative thoughts and feelings. This one's for. So this would be, releasing. Yeah, if you were focusing on releasing what doesn't serve you, this is a good one to do. So you can stand or sit out in the sun, and I do recommend, if either way, take your shoes off, connect with that ground. Okay, close your eyes. And you're grounding and you're centering yourself while you're drawing in that sun's energy. And then there's something that you can say. Sun, now you can either use release or banish, whatever suits you, whatever words you want to use, but I'll just say release. So sun, release my negative energy and thoughts, break their hold on me. That's it. 3, I'd like to repeat it 3 times, sometimes 5, sometimes 7. It just depends how many times and how much is in there that I really fucking need to get out. So I'll say it again when I can find it. Sun, release my negative energy and thoughts, break their hold on me. That's it. While you're saying it, you got to feel the sun on you and breathe slowly and deeply. And when you're breathing in, you're visualizing the sunlight coming in and flowing into your body. And as you're breathing back out, you're releasing what's no longer serving you, that negative energy. Get rid of it all. Just want me to stand for... Cool, that's excellent, Giselle. Well, you can try this there then. So you're breathing in all the beautiful energy from the sun, and you're releasing all that negative energy and stuff that no longer serves you. And when you feel you're ready, so that there's just a little closing thing, that a statement. So you do that for as long as you need. Do the breathing in and out, the gathering the sun's energy and the releasing of your negative energy for as long as you feel you need to do it. And then when you finish, when you feel you've done that enough, all I say, and you don't have to, it's purely up to you, is I just say that I'm now free from my negativity, and thank you, sun. And that's it. I love that. My mum actually gave me that a couple of years ago, and I love it. I rang her I rang her this morning to actually get it because I couldn't find it in my book, and I know she's got it handy all the time. And she was sitting out in the sun saying, "Oh, I'm just doing that now." So, yeah. So it's very simple and quite effective as well. So I hope that helps in some way for you. It's a really good, I love it. And just feeling the sun on your body. Oh my God, you girls are so lucky you've got summer over there, I'll tell you. Although the sun has crept out, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, not for long though. All right. And the last thing I have for you are the journal prompts for June. So if you journal, which I don't, but I do love these because they just give you something to think about. Even if you're not journaling, it's something to think about. So the first one is, how can I embrace joy and lightness this month? Yeah, there's a couple of rays out there. They'll go soon because there's a huge black cloud coming over. It's going to rain again very soon. All right. How can I embrace joy and lightness in this month in my life? That was the first one. What am I ready to celebrate in my life? Because June's all about, it's a time for celebrating. Third one is, where do I need more balance between action and rest? And I think that is sometimes a really good one to ask ourselves each month, not just in June. Because life just gets busy and chaotic, and sometimes you just need to say, where do I need more balance between that action and my rest before I have a mental fucking breakdown? The fourth one is, what does abundance mean to me, and how can I welcome more of it into my life? And the last one is, what small everyday moments bring me the most happiness? And that's it for the journal prompts. I'll just read this one. I'm loving the prompts. Oh, cool. That's good, Giselle. I'm a slack-ass journaler. I'm terrible. But I think these are great, even, like I said, just for thinking about it, even if you're not journaling. Just, yeah, gives you something to think about. All right, got a few books. Do we need to go soon? No? Oh, 5 minutes. Oh, fuck, okay. All right, got a few books, and then I've got to take my daughter to work. And they're not sort of related to June in particular, but this one's it's a tea witch's grimoire. So if you're thinking of making any teas, this one might be good. And it does have it has a winter solstice tea, which would be good for me. Has a summer solstice one, which would be good for you guys. I haven't used it a lot. And it's a very simple little book, and I think it cost me about, it was under $15. So yeah. A Tea Witch's Grimoire, Magical Recipes for Your Tea Time by S.M. Harlow. And I can type these up in my notes so that you can access it. All right, so I'll just show you a couple more. Candle Magic might be another one, because you could do some candle magic, setting your intentions for June. Spells for a Magical Year, really good book, and it's a Northern Hemisphere book, and it goes through each month. And you know what? I really should have had a look at this before I did these lives. I actually found it on my shelf this morning, and I thought, oh, that's a good one. And I'd forgotten it actually went through each month. So, yeah. So that might be a good one. And like I said, I'll type them up, put them in the at the end of this, and you can access it. Beauty is another, that inner beauty is also, and that comes with inner love as well, is also another focus for you girls for June, and honouring that inner beauty. So the complete guide, the Witch's Complete Guide to Self-Care has some nice ideas in it. There's an essential oils for self-care. I just got these two. So this one's Eat Weeds, a field guide to foraging, how to identify, harvest and use wild plants, and Weed Forager's Handbook. And these are Australian, but I'm sure you could find these in your in American, like in your areas as well. So things like the Herb Bible, if you're making pouches and things like that, could be useful. Herbalism, using herbs for stress relief and common ailments. Again, these are just books with ideas that if you say, oh look, I want to work on, what do I want to work on? I don't know. Say prosperity, then you might find some ideas, even in this one, herbs that will help with prosperity. So just ideas, take them or leave them. Please don't go out and buy all these books. Just have a look and see what works for you. Wild Tea is another good one. brew your own infusions from homegrown and foraged ingredients. And it even has bubble tea in it. Wow. I don't like bubble tea, but yeah. So just ideas. Books for ideas. The Plant Clinic. Healing with plant medicine. So if you're looking into any beauty rituals, some of these might be good. Some of them have some really nice bath salt things, teas, all sorts of different eczema creams, yeah, all sorts of different things. So they're just ideas, books for ideas. Ah, Ronnie, well, yeah, I think we all kind of lapse in that self-care sometimes. Oh, cool. So you've got a few of them. Good. This one, Blackthorn's Botanical Magic. A Green Witch's Guide to Essential Oils for Spellcraft, Ritual and Healing. Has some good ideas in it and a lot of good information. That one. And 2 must-haves, I think, anyway. And it doesn't matter if you're Wiccan or... and I don't consider myself Wiccan. These are just such fantastic informational books. They're brilliant. Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. And I love this one. Wicca in the Kitchen. It's brilliant. It goes through a lot of... it gives you the magical properties for a lot of the foods. It's just brilliant. You know, things like peace and happiness foods. Foods to... for good sex life. Yeah, all sorts of information. Love this book. Oh, cool. This is brilliant. Yeah, such a good book. It's so much information in there on different herbs and stuff. Wicca in the Kitchen is an awesome book, Giselle. I love it. Yeah, absolutely love it. Hey, Sarah Lee. So, yeah, sorry, because I'm just about finished. I was just showing a couple of books that for ideas for different intentions and purposes that you might be able to look through. But I have to go because my daughter's giving me the evil eye and I've got to get her to work. So, blessed be, ladies. If you've got any questions, comments, anything, just write them in here and I will get back to them ASAP. All right. Blessed be, guys. See ya.